by doing this military attack on Iran, Iran seems to me almost certainly now learns the lesson that it needs to go for a nuclear weapon much more aggressively than it did before, because it has seen that the lesson of it not having a nuclear weapon is exactly the same lesson that was learned by Iraq and by Libya, which is that if you don't have a nuclear weapon, rather than being able to have a diplomatic agreement with the West in which you're economically kind of integrated, in fact, what happens is the United States and its allies just bomb you. So instead of being like Libya or Iraq, you desperately want to be like North Korea, a country that has nuclear weapons and therefore has the deterrent so that it won't be bombed. So just as Israel's celebrated nuclear attack on Osirak in Iraq led the Iraqis to double down their efforts to get a nuclear weapon in order so that it couldn't happen again. And indeed, so it was found that on the eve of the Gulf War in 1991 that Iraq was very close to having a nuclear weapon. It seems to me this is likely the consequence of what will happen to Iran here as well. And beyond that, I mean, I think that Israel, it seems to me, did this because Israel had this window of opportunity because Hezbollah had been degraded. So the deterrent of Iran from Hezbollah, of a Hezbollah response, was much lower. And also Israel had knocked out Iran's air defenses. So there was this feeling that, well, we can do this now, but if we don't do it now, we won't be able to do it as effectively in the future. And I think Israel is also kind of very self-confident as a result of its kind of pager attack in Lebanon.